How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. And Cowboys Nation, it is officially the end of an era. What do I mean by the end of an era? Stick around and find out during this Raw and Uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
Keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation, y'all see it right here on SpotTrack.com. We have lost a few people during this free agency process. That's one thing about free agency. We will gain players, but we are destined to lose some players. And what did I mean by the end of an era? Well, as you can see, as that number one name, DeMarcus Lawrence, has left the Dallas Cowboys and is now a Seattle Seahawk. He will be joining Jonathan Hankins as being yet another Dallas Cowboys player that has left the Cowboys and went to the Seattle Seahawks. Let's go ahead and check and see what the Seattle Seahawks gave him. All right, Cowboys Nation. Right now, it's saying that the Seattle Seahawks gave DeMarcus Lawrence a 3-year, $42 million contract, average salary $14 million. There's nothing on the sign-on bonuses. There's nothing on guaranteed money, but it says total guaranteed is $18 million. He will be a free agent, unrestricted, in 2028. Cowboys Nation, this is crazy work, but let's go ahead and go back to the office so I can give y'all what I feel about this whole DeMarcus Lawrence loss. Well, Cowboys Nation, we have lost the last of the Tony Romo-led regime of the Dallas Cowboys. As we all know, DeMarcus Lawrence was drafted in 2014, 2 years before Dak Prescott would take over the Dallas Cowboys, so he was a part of the Tony Romo regime. The last person for the Dallas Cowboys to actually be a part of that regime. Now he's a Seattle Seahawk. I'm not going to throw any shade on DeMarcus Lawrence because he was a useful asset for the Dallas Cowboys. Very useful. You know, his rookie season didn't do too much, but the second season got 8 sacks. The third season, he got 1 sack, but then 2017 was 14.5, 2018 10.5, and then we go into single digits from there. DeMarcus Lawrence was instrumental in being one of the best run stoppers for the Dallas Cowboys. He was the one that you could almost guarantee that somebody could not run to his side because he was going to stop the run. Coming from Boise State in 2014, I feel that there is another defensive end that we can actually draft in this upcoming draft. We also have Marshawn Nealon. Sam Williams is coming back to the fold. And during this free agency, we also picked up Peyton Turner, a defensive end from the New Orleans Saints. We got him on a 1-year, $3 million contract. So we do have some heads when it comes to the defensive end position. How effective they are, that's yet to be seen, Cowboys Nation. But I believe this should not stop us from attaining a defensive end in the draft as well as a defensive tackle. We still need to attain more defensive interior. I know we have Solomon Thomas that we got and signed to a 2-year deal, but this doesn't mean that these people are going to see the 53-man roster, Cowboys Nation. But this is the way the cookie crumbles, Cowboys Nation. This is how the cookie crumbles during free agency. We see some people come in, you know, some mediocre signings, and we're like, does that move the needle or anything? We see some people that we have actually said that would be departing the Dallas Cowboys roster and organization, but when that happens, we get surprised. One person in this whole free agency process that I was actually surprised that left was Jordan Lewis. I want to go ahead and salute Jordan Lewis. I want to go ahead and salute Chauncey Golston going to the New York Giants, a rival of all people, a rival of all places, but go get your bread. Jordan Lewis going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, go get your bread, brother. DeMarcus Lawrence going to the Seattle Seahawks. go get your bread. I'm not going to hate on you for leaving the Dallas Cowboys, but I hope that the Dallas Cowboys can actually get some more pieces, do what they have to do in order to make sure that this is a seamless transition, because an offseason happens every single year, free agency happens every single year, and turnovers for teams happen every single year, Cowboys Nation. I'm not going to let this get me down. I am still at a C. I'm still at an even kill, Cowboys Nation, just for the simple fact I'm not going to put all my emotions into the moves that they're making during free agency and say that, oh, this team is not going to do anything. This team, we ain't even going to make it to the playoffs. And then they pleasantly surprise me and we do make it to the playoffs. I'm not going to say that, oh, man, this team is a world beater. We're going to the playoffs off this team. I'm not going to do that, get my hopes up, get my hopes invested to have them all torn down because we don't make it to the playoffs. I'm going to stay even kill, Cowboys Nation. Expectation leads to disappointment. So I'm not going to have these high expectations for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to have high hopes, but I won't have high expectations. The way that they're doing in this free agency, it seems as if they're making more moves, but they're doing more of the same. The cheap bargain bin players just to fill roster spots. I mean, I understand that you don't want a top paid player to be out there on a kick return or a kickoff. You don't want a top paid player doing something that the grunts should be doing on the team. You don't want that. You need those place fillers. You need those role players. And I believe that's what the Dallas Cowboys are doing right now. They're putting some role players on this roster, and hopefully, Cowboys Nation, we can get some more people to fill in the specialty roles, some dogs to get in those specialty positions like another wide receiver, another running back. I believe we're going to get a running back from the draft. I don't think free agency is going to yield us any running backs unless we re-sign Rico Dowdle. Hashtag re-sign Rico. But Cowboys Nation, how do y'all feel about the DeMarcus Lawrence situation? How do y'all feel about it? Y'all let me know in the comment section. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Overall, Cowboys Nation, how are you feeling about free agency so far? Remember, this is actually, I was going to say this is the second day, but this is actually the start of free agency. Free agency just started an hour and 18 minutes ago, and moves are going right off the board. Players are leaving teams, and it's leaving fans shocked. But what do you feel about it? Y'all know how we do it. We always talk about it in the comments section. But if you're digging this content and want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and you're going to reserve your judgment until the first snap of the regular season, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdown, draft coverage, free agency coverage, or Madden 25 or college football 25 gameplay. It kinda sucks to see DeMarcus Lawrence leave, but I get it. I understand it. We have to get younger at the defensive end position. I believe we have a dog in Marshawn Nealon who just needs to find the tools and place it in his tool bag so we can get things going. But DeMarcus Lawrence, salute, brother. Salute to your new endeavors in Seattle. Hopefully you come back and you retire a Dallas Cowboy. But until then, this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.